In the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful, greetings to all dear friends. I am very happy to be with you again with another tutorial from the series on creating virtual tours. In this episode, I want to introduce a very useful and practical tool to you, dear friends. In many cases, it has been observed that when a virtual tour is very large, it contains numerous elements. Users encounter difficulties interacting with the virtual tour and cannot easily find the desired element or navigate within the tour smoothly. Sometimes they even get lost inside the tour. Therefore, having the ability to search for an element within the virtual tour, find it directly, and enter that scene becomes absolutely essential. Now, that element could be a hotspot, a panorama, or any other element you have in mind. But unfortunately, the 3D Vista software doesn't have these features. That means after you create and publish a virtual tour, you can't later search and find the specific element you're looking for. In fact, it doesn't provide you with search capabilities. So I have recently developed a specialized software tool that helps you add a comprehensive search element to your virtual tour even after you've already published it, so that your end user can easily and quickly search for specific locations within your virtual tour. Of course, this functionality requires that you have carefully chosen the names of the various elements correctly. That is, when you are in the process of designing your tour, you really need to have properly and accurately named all the individual elements, the interactive hotspots, and the different panoramas. It is very important to ensure that you have chosen the most appropriate and accurate names for these files, and used actual recognizable names, so that they are easily searchable within the system. Alright then, let's get started right away. And I'll quickly and briefly show you exactly how you can achieve this result step by step. To use this powerful tool, all you need to do is, after you have finished designing your virtual tour and completely finalized its entire design, go ahead and publish your tour inside the specific desired folder of your choice. It is absolutely essential to ensure that you must publish the full web version of your tour for everything to work correctly. For the next step in this process, you will need to open up the software tool that I am introducing to you today in your browser. Well, this software is actually a very simple HTML code. All you need to do is open this code using your browser. For this particular demonstration, I'm currently making use of the Firefox web browser. Well, as you can see, this is your personal user page. Now, the only thing you really need to do is carefully select the specific content of the tour you just published. Make sure to select all of the individual files, and then simply drag and drop them directly into this program window to complete the process. Alternatively, you can navigate directly to this specific section and select the exact folder of the virtual tour you previously published, and then proceed to upload that entire folder into this plugin just like this. Once all of your files have been successfully uploaded, this comprehensive software tool will automatically read your virtual tour and list every one of its individual elements for you in this convenient way. In this section, it also identifies the elements that can be searched. Well, panoramas and hotspots are searchable in the current version of this software, but it is important to note that panoramas and hotspots in the current version of this software are fully searchable. But unfortunately, images and albums are not searchable at this time. So, if you specifically want your images and albums to also be searchable within the system, you will need to manually assign a specific hotspot to each of them so that it can effectively trigger them. Therefore, later on, when you perform a search and find those specific hotspots, you can also make your images and albums searchable directly through that connection. Alright, here I'm going to go ahead and uncheck these two options for now, and then we'll continue with the rest of the demonstration. So, this software will display the list of elements for you in this way. These are the panoramas, which you can see are marked with a blue dot. Here you have two boxes available that you can change their content. In fact, these features are provided so that if you didn't choose an appropriate name for your element when designing the virtual tour, you can come here and select any name you want. This is the name that, after the user searches for that term or name, this element will appear. You can choose any name here related to that element, panorama, or hotspot that you expect the user to search for inside the virtual tour. In the second box, you can enter equivalent phrases for that element. For example, if you decide to write the word door in this specific field here, which would mean that this particular panorama represents a door, then you can also choose to write entrance door or simply entrance within this designated section. And you separate these phrases with a comma, or you can write exit here, since usually the entrance and exit are the same, or main gate. So, whichever of these phrases the user searches for, the search plugin will actually display this element for them. So the first option is actually its display name, and the second option is its extra search words. And if the user searches for any of these phrases, they will be directed straight to that element. This feature is available for all elements. All right, let's scroll down. In this section, search icon position, you can choose the position of your search icon. The default is top right. You can also set it to top center, top left, or place it at the bottom. I'm going to choose top center. For accent color, you can select a color here, and in fact, this color should match the theme of your virtual tour. This color will be the color of our search element, which will appear in our virtual tour after everything is set up. And this text box, here you can set the default phrase that this text box will display to your users, and actually it will persuade or inform users that they can search here and find their desired element. You can write it in this section, and by default it is set to search the tour. We also have a pair of specific checkboxes located right here. One of these is designed so that the end user will be able to view and scroll through the entire list of all elements right from the very start, even before they begin searching for anything specific. In fact, the Let Visitors Browse All Items checkbox allows the user to see the list of all searchable elements without having to search for any term, and they can scroll through them with the mouse and select one. The next option is Enable Guided Navigation. If you have previously defined a path between elements inside your 360-degree software, especially panoramas, for example, from panorama number 1 to panorama number 3, you have set a path so that, for instance, from panorama number 1 using hotspot 1, you enter panorama 2, and then with hotspot 2, you enter panorama 3. This is a path. This sophisticated software intelligently identifies all of these specific navigation paths. And if you ensure that this particular checkbox is currently enabled, the user can actually manually select the guided navigation feature from the menu, and your virtual tour will automatically and seamlessly follow that designated path and take the user directly to the final point or intended destination. Well, here you can see the names you selected for the different elements. This is basically the final result, which gives you a review, and in the end you can and in the end you can get an output from this software. There are two options considered for output as well. Option A and Option B. Option A is specifically designed for exceptionally lightweight, compact and small-scale virtual tours with a very low file size. If you select this particular option and then press the Export Publish Tour button, the system will zip your entire virtual tour, automatically apply all of your recent changes, and generate the final output. So the great thing is that you really don't need to do anything special at all. All you have to do is simply upload the newly exported version of the file directly to your website, and you will instantly have the full search functionality available right there on the page. However, if you find that your virtual tour project is exceptionally large, for instance, if it exceeds a total size of 1 gigabyte, it's not that you have to zip your entire virtual tour and export it again. It's enough to just use option 2. In this section, when you use option 2, the software only gives you 2 files. You can use these 2 files. One of them is in JS format and the other is in HTML format. You manually copy and paste these 2 files, specifically into your published folder or your virtual tour folder, effectively replacing the older versions of the previous files. And in this way, the search plugin will be fully functional and automatically added to your virtual tour. Well, since the virtual tour I uploaded here is actually very small in size, I will instead take advantage of this Export Publish Tour option and export the entire comprehensive tour folder to my local drive, just like this. I am unzipping the folder, and now we want to compare, in fact, the published tour before the search features and after the placement of the search features. I'm opening the viewer. I'm loading the original published version. You can see that there are no search features available here. Once again, I am proceeding to open up the viewer interface, and this time around I am carefully selecting and then successfully uploading the entire Publish with Search folder that we have prepared earlier. You can see that the search icon has been added here. You can simply click on it to see all of the searchable elements available. And then, by clicking on each of them individually, the specific element will appear for you on the screen in this exact way. Right now, I'm looking around for the swimming pool. Simply by clicking on this icon right here, I can jump directly into the immersive panorama of the living room, or if I decide that I want to move from here over to the kitchen area. I am now searching for the kitchen, and this time I will use the Guide Me option. So it will automatically and safely guide me all the way to the kitchen area. In this way, as you saw, you can easily do this. You can virtually add the search. This tool is completely free. You can download it from my GitHub page. I will put the link in the video description. After you enter this page, all you need to do is come to this section and select Download Zip. The entire program will be downloaded for you as a zip file. Once you have successfully unzipped the folder, just locate and double-click to open the VT Search Builder file, and then this helpful tool will appear on your screen for you, exactly as you see it right here. Just keep in mind that the Google Chrome browser probably won't allow you to use drag and drop. Let's try it here. If you specifically want to use the drag and drop feature in Google Chrome, it probably won't allow it for various security reasons. And instead, you can use the Choose File option to manually upload your desired folder just like this. Thank you for your attention, dear friends.